Hello and welcome to this reading. As you can see, there are no zodiac signs and no pick a card. This message is going to find you if it's meant for you. So the cards that you already got out here, let's check what this one is the King of Candles and the Two of Candles, and then you have Transformation. Okay, so this one is a little bit harder and more tricky. And the reason for that is because the King of Candles is in reverse. So when the King of Candles is in reverse, he's not really open to seeing the full picture. It's like he has one thing in his mind and he's following that path, and he's a bit closed off to any other possibilities. Now, I'm getting this interesting message here that I feel like I have to walk carefully when I say this, but I feel like there's something that you're not seeing, but more intensely than that. It's like you are refusing to see something. And this is to do with your transformation. It has to do with your renewal. It has to do with your life so far. Okay? It's like there's a transformation that you are asking for. There's a transformation that you are willing into existence. But there's this one thing that you're just not seeing. And even though this can be hard to hear this, it can actually help you. It's something that can help you and help you make the necessary change to trigger this transformation fully. So, for example, let's say you're working on body goals. Now, this is just an example. Let's say you're working on body goals and you are gymming and you're eating right 5 days a week. But then on a Saturday and a Sunday, you go wild. You do whatever you want, and then you look at your progress and you're like, whoa, why is it so slow? Or whoa, why has nothing changed? It's because those 2 days across a month all counts up. Then it's not 2 days, it's 8 days. It's 8 days of the month. And then it might not be a little bit of a slip up, it might be a big one. Okay? So it counts up and it counts against you. The same thing, I'm going to use another example. Let's say you're choosing to be consistent with your writing. Now you are writing 4 chapters in one go, and then another chapter in one go, but then you take a break for 3 months, and then it's 3 months on the line. You're like, whoa, 3 months has passed and the book is still not completed, the book is still not done. How? You know? Or I'm going to use another example. Let's say you are focusing on your healing, you're focusing on your recovery, and for 4 days straight you are very kind to yourself, you're doing your healing practices, and then on the 5th day, when these emotions that you are actually trying to rid yourself from come up and they are coming out of you, they are they're being expelled from your body and from your aura, then you suddenly fall back into old ways, and like everything is done, and because you feel like this again, everything is this and everything is that, almost like an all or nothing type of mentality around the process. And then you're like, whoa, why do you have to restart again? Because you were right there. Like you were right there. Those were the negative feelings that had to be expelled from your body. And it was just a process of dealing with them and breathing through them and not letting those feelings sabotage your path, because those feelings are the things that have sabotaged you in the past, and that is why it became stuck. So this transformation that you're seeking, like there's something that's like a cycle that needs to be broken. Oh, I hope that makes sense, guys. And I hope that's not too too mean, because I'm truly not trying to be mean at all. Page of Pumpkins. And it's difficult too, because when a message like this comes up, sometimes our body like fully rejects it, and our body would want to like click away or avoid it, or push it to the side and think about something else, because it's so difficult to accept a truth like that. It's so difficult to face it, but the only way to overcome it is to face it. Because us as human beings, we don't want to face the fact that 3 months has gone by and no change has happened, because we played a hand in it. You know, like, we don't want to face that. We don't want to be okay with that idea. And that is, again, completely normal. It's human. It's human for us not to want to face that idea. Okay, so I have good news. Really good news. It does turn around for you. There is great success in this transformation that you have been willing into your life. It is creative, it's artistic. Like, listen, even if you're working on your body, if you are changing your body in any way, like if you are gymming, that is creative. Like, you're being creative. You are actively in the form of creation, of creating a new physique for yourself. So even using that example fits in with creativity and artistry. So there is a success coming in for you in this specific transformation. But I also don't want to deny the energy that I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling a lot of like anxiety. So I'm not sure like if you maybe feel some anxiety, or if your body is finally releasing anxiety and it's leaving your auric field and it's kind of just like floating around you, if you've recently felt anxiety. Because I'm like feeling that. I'm feeling that like anxiety, whether it is what you're currently feeling or what you recently felt. And if it is something that you recently felt, this is a really good sign, because that means it is being currently pushed out of your auric field, which tells me that you are going to be living a more courageous life. You're going to be living a more fearless life. And then it also tells me that your manifestations are coming in, because your nervous system is setting. Your nervous system is believing in safety. The only reason why you would be expelling anxiety from your system is if you believe that you are safe. You wouldn't do it in any other way, because anxiety is a defense mechanism. It helps you do the same things over and over again, because you know what the result would be. It's not the unknown. You have survived it before, so you'll survive it again, and you know that. So by letting that go, by letting anxiety go, that tells me new things are coming into your life. Okay. And then I'm also getting this message now, especially with this card at the bottom, like in reverse. This is literally a message of betrayal, especially if it's in reverse. So to not be so hard on yourself, okay? Because I feel like you're doing multiple things at once. I feel like for some of you, almost all of those examples that I've used, you're like doing different things at once. You are transforming different parts of yourself at once. So let's say the book writing, okay? Now you haven't written in a while, and you have all of these ideas that you haven't perhaps started on, and you're wondering how so many months have gone by, so many weeks have gone by, and you haven't seen progress. And now you're visiting the idea that that those negative feelings didn't fully leave your field, that they were re-internalized, when they were coming up, and not overcome, but more like internalized again. And that could, like, you could be hard on yourself then. You could be like, oh my gosh, like, why would you do that? And like fall into even deeper depression, or fall into even deeper self-sabotage, or moments like that. So that card is reminding you to please, like, be kind to yourself and realize that healing and transformation is not a linear path. It's not a straight path. Some days will be up and some days will be down, but if you are able to recognize your progress, then you have already gone further than you've gone in the past. And if you can go further than you've gone the first time, and go even further than you've gone the third time, then you are going to achieve your goal. And with this page of pumpkins, that is like certainty that you are going to have success in this transformation. You are going to successfully achieve what you are working towards. That's almost like a literal certainty when you get that card, because the page of pumpkins literally makes sure that you get it. 1111. So when that card is in your favor and it's upright, it literally assures that you get it. And then with the potions card as well, you keep trying, you keep remixing, you keep trying, and that is what tells me you are going to get there. Okay, forget the time frame. Forget getting there in 2 weeks or getting there in 48 hours. Forget the time frame. Set yourself free from that which is keeping your nervous system in freeze mode. So when we put such high expectations on ourselves and we're like, oh, I gotta do this in a week, I gotta do this in 48 hours, I gotta do this immediately, even if you can do it in 48 hours, and even if it will happen in 48 hours, by telling yourself that over and over again, or like pushing for that so hard, you put your nervous system in freeze mode, because your nervous system is like, oh my gosh, this I'm expecting a lot from me right now, I have to do this or else I'm gonna lose me. And you can never lose you, okay? But it freezes, and you are also telling anxiety and like the ego is trying to protect you. The ego doesn't like changing, because the ego wants to protect you. It wants to protect its identity. So when you put such a time frame on it, the ego is like, oh shit, I only have 48 hours to protect this person, because in 48 hours they are going to completely transform, and that is into the unknown, and I have no idea what lies beyond there, and oh my god, they're going to get hurt and they're going to face disappointment, and I need to do something. I need to freeze. Yeah, okay, so I don't put a time frame on it. By not putting a time frame on it, you will also, it's like so many things in once, like in one, you are also practicing the law of detachment by not putting a time frame on it. I know this reading is for someone extremely specific. This is for someone that has been wondering why they keep doing the same thing, or why things aren't changing in their favor, or why it's taking so long. Or this is someone who's truly facing transformation. And I can tell you this, that I feel like there's this manipulative energy around you, and this manipulative energy is almost like giving you thoughts of manipulation. Like, for example, I'm gonna again use the changing body example, because it's just the easiest example to use right now. So for example, you've been gymming, you've been working out, you've been eating right, you've been counting your macros, hitting that gym, getting the protein, you've been doing all of those things, and then this manipulative energy, it's an energy, dude. Like, I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's something I feel like it's something from the external. Like, it's a manipulative energy. And when I'm saying energy, I mean energy. I'm not meaning person, I mean energy. Okay, so that comes around and is like, oh, you've worked out so hard this week, you've you've eaten right, you've done all of these things, you're not really seeing any progress yet. So like you having McDonald's tonight, like it won't ruin anything, you know, like you just have McDonald's. But then you have the McDonald's and it doesn't ruin anything, but then your brain is like, oh my gosh, you've ruined everything, oh my gosh, it's just so bad for you, and like whatever. And now you're going into like into a bad cycle, okay, into a bad cycle. Now you're suddenly drinking, or you are not doing your shadow work, or all manifestation is thrown out the window, and it goes like to an extreme where it's like, oh, it's never going to change, and like the spiral. And then you finally snap out of it and you realize, oh shit, like you're back on track, you know, you're getting back on track. But it's this manipulative energy. The same thing, I can use the same example when it comes to like starting your business, or like working on your business or something like that. Like you're putting in all of the work and everything, but then this manipulative energy comes and it's like, oh, you got to change this, you got to change that thing, you got to change that, or nobody is going to like that, you got to change this and you got to change that, and maybe you shouldn't, you're not ready for this, you're not ready to do that just yet. And then this manipulative energy is trying to make you change everything, trying to make you like procrastinate on everything, and then you get overwhelmed and you're like, oh my gosh, and you just have to take a step back from everything, you know. So now that you realize that that is not you, when those thoughts come up, you can clock it, you can realize that the only way that it can win is if you give in to the manipulation. If you don't give in to the manipulation, you win always. The first 30 seconds of holding out will feel the hardest. Okay, the first 30 seconds, like for example, that manipulative energy comes up and it tells you, oh, just McDonald's isn't going to do anything. It's not going to, you know, whatever. And then you go get them and then you're like, no, I've been really good this whole week. I'm not going to go do that. I know exactly the spiral that it's going to trigger, so I'm not going to do that. But then this energy tells you, it goes harder, you know? It tries to manipulate you harder. The first 30 seconds will be very hard. It will be hard. It will feel like you are doing something different because you both have this energy, your nervous system, your ego, your patterns from the past fighting against you and firing up in your body because you are doing something different. That first 30 seconds will be hard. The 30 seconds after that, though, you've built another layer. You're building another layer to yourself. Okay, you're building another resistance layer, a layer that says you are resisting that energy. You are resisting the energy of temptation. You are resisting the energy that makes you go against your own progress. You are resisting the energy that makes you choose something different when you know that something different does not align with your goal. And that is how you win. Okay? So this is your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I am so sorry if this reading felt a little bit more like hard, you know, like I'm really sorry for that. And there is a great success coming in for you, like truly. Page of Pumpkin. When you have that card, the success is assured in this transformation. However, I wasn't going to be like, oh my god, I wasn't going to be all happy and all like, you know, like that for that, because of what an intense message this is, of what, like, this is like we're having a hard talk here, you know. So I'm not going to go and celebrate the page of pumpkins for you when I'm having a hard conversation with you. Okay, I hope that makes sense, and I hope we're still friends. Okay, so this is your reading. Bye.